going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. On Point. I have to start this out by saying, if the events of Fallout transpired in our world, if a nuclear war happened, I wonder what would I do to make my mark on society? What would I do to become rich in the aftermath? And you know what? I would preserve all of the milk. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, think about it. The man that has the milk has the power. And probably also the man that has toilet paper, but milk. Think about it. How are you going to get cereal? You know, you going to eat your cereal with water, bruh? No. What about baked goods? How you going to bake? You don't even got milk. I got milk, though, because I preserved it. Like, there are hundreds of uses for milk, and people are going to come to me and say, hey, Mr. On Point, how about some of that milk? And I'm going to say, that'll be $2,500, please. It's going to be up to me to preserve milk-liciousness and find ways to help allow milk to continue to thrive for our existence. Anyway, what's going on, people? It's your boy, Eddie Lamar Sharp Jr., about to review the OG of chocolate bars, Hershey's Original Chocolate Bar. When you see them silver letters, when you see that brown wrapper, you already know what it is. It's been around for so long. It's no way that I can say anything about this candy bar that is going to challenge people that love this thing. But it is a plain original candy bar. Now, I have to talk a little bit about chocolate as I get into this video for y'all to understand. Now, in our society, we don't have that many plain chocolate bars. Most of the chocolate bars that we have are going to have all types of mix-ins in them. Whether that's nuts, whether that's caramel, nougat, all kinds of different add-ins. Marshmallows, toffee, all different varieties of candy bars. And everyone has their own preference of how candy bar exists. And I'm just going to talk a little bit as I try this candy bar about the difference between American chocolate and European chocolate, right? So I noticed that in Europe they got Belgian chocolate, Swiss chocolate, all of these different chocolates that are like specified to a specific location. Like in America, why don't we take chocolate as serious as Europe? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we have like Wyomingian chocolate or Alabamian chocolate or New Jerseyan chocolate or North Dakotian chocolate? Why don't we have a specific market for chocolate the same way as Europe? So I'm going to start getting into opening up this candy bar, but I do want to talk about some differences between American and European chocolate as I go through this process. So the first difference is going to be cocoa content. In order to call something chocolate in Europe, it has to have at least 20% of chocolate in it. In order to call something chocolate in America, it has 10% of chocolate. Now that goes into the second factor, which is sugar content. Now, by default, when you have less sugar in something, or when you have less cocoa in something, it has to be substituted with something else. In America, that's going to be sugar. So if you look at the back of this Hershey bar package, the first ingredient is pure cane sugar. And in America, the first ingredient is the one that is what is the most prevalent in that item. That's usually why our candy bars are a little bit more like milk chocolatey, lighter, sweeter, richer, because it has more sugar in it. European chocolate has a more darker taste. Then we got to go into fat content. European butters and milks are going to have a higher fat content than American butters and milks. And so that's going to account for a difference in how the chocolate tastes between these two cultures. And the final factor is the cocoa beans. In America, we usually get our cocoa beans from South America, as to where Europe is going to get theirs from Africa. And you're going to have, just purely from different geographical locations, you're going to have differences in those chocolates. So it's just a lot of differences as it pertains to chocolate, but it's all about personal preference. What do you like? My measure for chocolate is number one. Is it chocolatey enough? I don't like to go down to the end where dark chocolate is, but I don't like it to be so milk chocolatey that you don't have the chocolate taste. You got more milk and sugar than anything. So I got to have a nice balance. The second is meltability. How quick does this candy bar melt? Because you got some where right when you put them in your hand, it just start to melt. Those going to be ones with higher fat content. And you got some you can hold and they don't really melt. The chocolate seems weird, not processed very much. Like, that makes a difference. And then sweetness. If it's too sweet and I can't taste the chocolate, we got a problem. And if it's not sweet enough, we have a problem. So let's get into tasting this delicious Hershey chocolate bar. Now, I want to let y'all know something. So before I taste this chocolate bar, I have a theory, right? Because I have different size Hershey bars around here. I got nuggets down here, and I got the small ones that come in the bag with the crackles, and I got all these different kind of Hershey bars down here. I think the ideal specific candy bar that we supposed to have is this one. This is the ideal size. This little piece of candy bar is perfect for putting in your mouth, melting pretty quickly, allocating delicious appropriately throughout your taste buds, and then disappearing and being gone for you to try the next one. Nuggets, they're too big. They're sized awkwardly. You take too long and it's too chocolatey and it covers your whole mouth. That's a problem. Even the ones that come in bags with the crackles and the Mr. Good bar, they slightly still too big for that. You know, you don't have damage control with these because you're going to eat 5 or 6 of these before you know it, and that's already a candy bar and a half. This is the size I think is suited for your taste buds. Let's get this thing started. Delicious. Not as delicious as that milk, though. Milk is the bomb. But I've always liked Hershey bar. You know, it's that American template for what chocolate is supposed to taste like because it's been around for so long. Hershey's just the original chocolate. But for me personally, it is too sweet. And it is not as chocolatey as I would like for my chocolate to be. What I typically do with Hershey bars is I'll melt it over a piece of pound cake or I'll melt it over a piece of German chocolate cake just to make something that I'm trying to eat a lot more chocolatey than it would be otherwise because it melts really easily. Now, I like it because it is chocolate and it is delicious and it's that one that I've been eating for my entire life and you have too. However, it could use some more chocolate and some less sugar for me. But I appreciate y'all for checking out this video. I'm going to need you to subscribe to this channel. I'm going to need you to rate this video whether you liked it or not. I'm going to need you to leave me a comment about your thoughts about delicious Hershey bar Chocoliciousness. Oh yeah, also, I bought this cup because I like Fallout. Hold on, let me get a sip. I bought this cup. I like Fallout and it came with this shirt. It's a medium. I'm a big dude. I can't do nothing with this shirt. Vault Boy is going to stretch all the way out if I put this on. So, it's a medium. This shirt is perfect for, you know, regular size women, tiny men, or fat kids. I don't care who you give it to. You can put it on your animal if it'll fit. But I need you to leave in a comment, hey, I like that video. This is how I feel about Hershey bars. And I want that shirt. You put that in a comment, and I'll figure out a way to send this to somebody. Appreciate you for checking me out. Holla at your boy.